Glad you were speaking of while I see. Today we're joined by Sandra Easton of Blackstone Commercial. How are you today, Sandra?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thanks for asking. We'll get right into it. Tell us a little bit about your business.
I am a commercial realtor here in Calgary, Alberta. I service all of Alberta actually, but I mostly negotiate leases. So I will either fill a vacancy for a landlord or I will help a business get a lease.
Okay, so any and all types of business? Do you specialize in hearing?
I specialize in leasing, so office, medical, retail, or industrial. So if you are a business owner, I can help you. And if you are a landlord, I can help fill your vacancy.
Okay, so you represent both tenants looking to lease and building owners.
Yes, but not at the same time.
Right. That sounds like a conflict of interest of sorts.
Yes, it would be.
Absolutely. So I imagine your business is being affected somewhat by the current situation. What have you been doing to adapt right now?
So whether you're commercial or residential, real estate there's always a market. So whether prices are up or down, or there's disruption somewhere, it's essential service because there's always a business always needs a place. So even though we're seeing huge change, every commercial realtor I've talked to, including myself, were flat out busy. Now, that's not to say we didn't have some slow times during the initial shutdown in March, but right now it's crazy busy and in a different way than traditional.
Oh, okay. So how is it different than usual right now?
Well, small businesses projected to shut down 1 in 3. Retail is operating at 50% less revenue at minimum. And industrial is crazy busy, which is usually it's been pretty constant, but now it's like way higher. Office in Calgary isn't that busy except for accountants and bookkeepers, and financial services seem to be growing. And medical's busy as well. So retail's really suffering right now, however.
Oh, okay. So a lot basically redistributed a little bit based on
Oh, and even retail, it's different uses. Like we're seeing a lot of, national franchises are all leaving, as you can tell, like with Forever 21 and Pier 1 and Rona and I mean, all those guys. But, mom and pop shops with food, crazy busy. Like alcohol, cannabis, still busy.
okay.
Like smaller purchase items seem to be doing really well. The bigger ones like gyms and like furniture stores and stuff like that, they seem to be really struggling. The bigger square footage.
Yeah, that's a lot of square footage to have to be paying a lease on and have any kind of hit to revenue. Very
Yeah,
challenging.
it's a problem. Like you shut down the whole economy, but the leases are binding contracts that they have to pay rent on. And so you're getting zero revenue, but you're expected to pay 100% of your lease amount. It's pretty bad.
So as a commercial real estate agent, do you get involved in any of that at all? Any of that mediation in this between
We're doing a lot of education on both sides, trying to navigate between a tenant and the landlord. Like, have you talked to your insurance company? Are you able to reduce your insurance costs? Do you have business interruption insurance? Are you able to defer your rent? Are you able to apply for some of these programs that are out there? So a lot of just education on how that is. What are the options?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And for landlords, we're doing a lot of education, from their side, on what kinds of things, like how to get creative about rent. Like, is there a way to navigate these tenants so they're not vacating the building? And, if a building has a lot of vacancy and there's a mortgage on that building, that can affect their financing upon renewal. So
Yeah.
it's a Jenga tower that is so fragile. And traditionally, no matter if residential was up or down, commercial has always been consistent. And now we have a huge disruption in this commercial market.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what can people do right now to support local businesses in particular?
I think the big box stores are okay. I think we can all agree on that. And I think the mom and pop shops is where you have to go. They are dying. With SEBA and, the SECRAs and the RRRF plans that came out federally, they had to prove a 70% loss in income to get discounts on their rent. That program is over now. So now they're at a 70% loss in revenue and they're having to pay 100% of rent. We need to support these small businesses or they will 100% go under.
And as I understood, even then there had to be participation from the owner or landlord in order to participate in that program, right?
The landlord needed to be involved in that. Now they did introduce a new program called SIRS, and that is direct to the tenant. They'll do up to 65% of rent forgiveness, up to 90% if they've closed. So there's some stuff out there. If you're in rural Alberta, you have a better chance of getting the 40,000 than you are in a place like Calgary. Most of the banks aren't lending right now, so it's very difficult to get financing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's some good news for you, Matt.
Well, this leads us into my
thing, right?
This leads us into my next question, which is, do you have any tips and tricks you can share in relation to your expertise?
I think whether you're a landlord or a tenant, you need to talk to your bank. You need to talk to a realtor. Our services are free. The landlord pays us to find tenants for their building, so that cost isn't on a tenant or a small business. For the landlords, they need to talk to their accountants and banks and stuff like that. Redo your business plan, plan B, have a plan C, and it's so uncertain right now. You need to have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be challenging for certain types of businesses. It can be really challenging to pivot right now. There's some that are conducive to going online and doing different things. Tangential.
Well, everything in commercial is fast. Everything in commercial is super slow. So if you are finding your business under stress right now, or you're finding your building under stress right now, reach out. Try and reach out now. Don't do it alone. There's people out there that can help you.
Okay.
And for the average consumer, like, shop local. I can't stress it enough. Like, pick up the phone and do your order and, go pick it up, skip the dish. I love that they're Canadian and they're doing some great things. But those fees are pretty high.
Yeah, that does hurt a lot of the bottom line in those cases to pick up. So
for a restaurant, I mean, they're seeing the restaurants are doing so good, but takeout is doing phenomenal. So, and meal prep companies and, Keep It Fresh and all those other ones. There's a couple local ones too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think just do some research. Be more particular with your dollars, your spending dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make a difference.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're all about.
The other thing is, I think for businesses, they need to get online. So we were kind of chatting before this about Amazon and how it's bad. But Amazon has more switched its business to be more of a warehouse. Mostly the purchases on Amazon are from sellers like you and I. And they just pay the warehouse fee and a percentage to Amazon for shipping and all that kind of stuff. So to find out if a business is going on Amazon locally, that could be an option as well. Or Etsy, but find out where the locals are selling online, because a lot of times they're going to be giving up their retail stores.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I had for you, Sandra. Appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, I think if I could add one more thing, I would say start talking on social media, making your post shareable, talking about what you're seeing out there in retail and industrial and office and medical. If the business is doing good or you had good service, give them a good Google review. Go and share that. It all helps the local consumers and the local businesses.
Absolutely. It's a lot better coming from the consumer than just promotion of product.
Yeah, I think we can figure it out. Like, there's always going to be business. We are living in a society where, you know, we buy and sell goods, you know, kind of capitalist, but, you know, we all need each other. So be kind.
Absolutely. So we do ask that you, in the interview, in a cheesy fashion, we ask that you say your name and your business name, and just ask people watching to keep it local, keep it YYC.
Okay. So my name is Sandra Easton. I'm with Blackstone Commercial. Keep it local and keep it YYC.